Hi guys, this is your August forecast 2022 for all the signs. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. So Aries, this month it looks like it's going to start okay, but then around about the 10th or just before, right through to the middle of September, there's going to be a lot of toing and froing, Aries. There's going to be stop, starts, U-turn, reversals. We're going to have to relook over things. We're going to be doing things that we've done before, and we're going to have it back on the table to readdress that. Now, for some of you, you're coming to an end of a project for your work where you may be looking where you're going next, or you're about to find out what your next plan is. For others, that is my passive income, something that I work on as a hobby, maybe earning me money, or that I'm putting that behind and going into the place of work. Now, for others, this is the King of Cups here in your study, career, and finance. We might need to go and see a parent or a subsidiary company, finance, to be able to get more money to finish this off. So if this is something to do with planning, permission, anything that's spiraled out of control due to outside influences, then you might be needing to go and readdress that. If this is about child support or laws or anything to do with that, you might have to go back and readdress that. It's going to be back and forth with that. If you're looking for a job, you might find that there is a place that you can either be working with kids or doing something that really is fun for you, but it looks like it might be something different because we're starting something new. Don't let your ego get in the way of getting further in your career, or your ego getting in the way of those that are in command ahead of you. And also, when things have been shifted, good or bad, when things have been moved out of the place and you feel like you're a little bit lost, or you feel like you have to start again, or you feel like, well, what do I do now? This is part of the process of you getting more of what it is that you want in the first place. And when we get to our home, we do have the Tower card, and that's where the sun is all month for you. So it looks like so we'll look at it as a family thing. Something to do with the family has caused us to all get together and think about this, whether it's a health issue, a fight issue, anything to do with that. Their family issues coming together with that. You might be asked to take sides. It's also something that might keep you awake at night, or long through the night conversations to do with that. The Tower card, Major Arcana card, is about disaster. It is about arguing. It is about things that can go wrong in that area. Now, when I look at your angel drawing virtue messages from the Angels card, we do have Archangel Uriel here, which is about those emotions, and it's about having that this month because you're going to need that. Also, Rochelle is asking you to look at your own power and to understand that you are able to control yourself, you're able to make your own decisions, and no one can force you to do anything that you don't want to do. If it comes to you and your flatmate, you might find that your flatmate suddenly, you and them have an argument, they're suddenly going to move out, you're suddenly being given a different time frame, anything about renewing or anything, but from the 10th of August through till the middle to end of September will be coming up for you. It might start earlier for you than for others, but your desired outcome will happen in the near future. So if it's right down to the wire, things will be okay. It'll be at the end. If you're living on your own, again, this could be a problem with the neighbours. It could be a bit of a nightmare with the landlord. Something's gone wrong, and you're ringing around saying, look, this needs to be fixed, and we're just missing each other. Appointments don't match. When we're looking at your health, we do have the Nine of Swords. This is insomnia. And this is laying awake worrying about what your fears are. So this is also mental, but specifically sciatica, liver, hips, and thighs. So you might find that that is keeping you awake at night, that tingling, that pain, or if you've had it all day, you're unable to sleep because of exhaustion from this pain that you've been having. When we come to our relationships, we do have the Six of Swords. Now, for some of you, if this is an on-again, off-again relationship, you might find that you've come to an agreement this month, along with this Archangel Uriel, where we're deciding, we do have power, we do trust ourselves, and we're going to start again. That this is going to be a slow process. And also, if there's a family issue going on, you've got the support that you needed. If this is about a breakup, it looks like you are going to take some time out for yourself, and this is going to be a slow process before you're ready to go out and date again. And lastly, if we're going to look at this on a whole, and mostly this month, you can go to a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and get some advice on things that have gone wrong this month for you. It's also, getting to see a specialist to see, if we can get something that can help with the pain that we may be suffering. But last and foremost, this is about trusting that you have what it takes to be able to answer, the final question here, and that through that, there's no amount of worrying that's going to help you with this. So now we're going to go on to Taurus. Taurus, this month, it looks like for you that there might be some teaching or some learning that you're going to be doing online. Now, this might be about you traveling. This might be a short stay away to go and do some learning. But most of all, this is about you. Most of this month is about your home, your residence, and your family. So you might find someone in the family is pregnant. You might find that someone in the family is up and leaving. So it might be some empty nest syndrome here. We're going to be careful that we're not obnoxious or ego and think that we can't learn something. There's always something new you can learn. And if you ever get to a point in your life where you think, I know it all, you will find that there's always new things coming out, whether it's something new that's come down from the forefathers that's only just being exposed now. There's always something new that you can learn. So don't let ego get in the way of that. Also, your fear of travel. Don't let fear of travel get you away. And the same thing with education. Don't be afraid to go and learn. Don't be afraid to go and teach. What will help you bring up yourself this month is social media. Getting online, getting on forums, getting some advice, self-assessment, online learning, teaching. There's a social media is really going to push you out further audience than you thought. So with our career, study and finance, we do have the yes card. Now this has got that financial freedom that you are looking for. There's a balance here to the books. Now also the Mercury retrograde, which should start around about the 10th of August right through to the last week in September, is going to affect the earth signs most and foremost. And this is going to find that there's practical energy for you to be able to make reality a fulfilling wish and dream come true for you. So it looks like, yes, you do have the money that you need. Now, sometimes you might need to juggle those books, maybe work an extra shift, day and night shift, to get it through to the end. Maybe this is about, I've lent some money, I've got the money coming in, I've applied for something, I've got that money coming in, or just practical. So someone's lent it to you, sponsoring it to you, because this is work, study and finance, to be able to get it to where you need it to be. With our family, we do have the 7 of Cups. So like I said, family all of this month. And when we go through a Mercury retrograde, things from the past will be popping up again, and nothing's going to be straightforward till the end of September. So do not expect to get an absolute yes, no, definitive answer till the end of September, even going into the first week of October, because you're setting yourself up for a fall. Yes, everything's going to be okay, or more things to do. It could be okay in the end, but it's going to go up and down, up and down. You're going to have to redo this, redo that. People from the past coming back, things that you thought that you'd all finished with, will be back up again, and you have to deal with that again. Family, we've got a little bit of clouded judgment here. I feel like for some of you, there's an orthodox and an unorthodox way that we want to move forward. Now, for some of us, this is about a relationship, about marriage, not marriage, whatever that can be, or it's with a health thing. We want to try this, but no, we want to try that. So it's more of an orthodox, unorthodox road that we're going down. Where, half are on this side and half are on that side. And it's not clear. There's cloudiness all over that. There is a place of faith here. There is a place of climbing up to the top of where we need to be to get to that view, to get to that milestone. There's also, underhanded comments and betrayal or secrets on the other side. So you might be caught in the middle of that. There's We're unsure. There's too much cloudiness going on, and it causes a little bit of difficulty. Maybe the information's not secure or clear. Like I said, anything to do with technology, anything to do with communication, anything to do with transport or travel, and documents, check everything twice. You're likely to have a problem in some of that area between the 10th of August right through to the end of September. So this here, it's also about multitasking as well. You might find that you need to be around family more, or that you pop into here and go to work there and get to training and then need to pop in with family, or whatever that is. If this is just you and your flatmate, you've got different ideas on what your long-term stance is. Do we renew for another 6 months? Do we get this place together? It looks like there's some confusion there. And also this could be with the landlord or with the neighbours as well. When it comes to your health, we do have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, like I said, we are reaching a reality. We are fulfilling getting that fulfillment. We are practical, tangible steps being put in there for our body to look and feel good. Now, you are going to get some news sometime this month about the wellness of your body and the track that you are on. So if you're on a weight loss track or a body strengthening check, or even if it's a relapse or something that needs to be checked monthly, yearly, whatever, the news is good. It's going to continue that the health is good moving forward. Be careful, again, like I said, about ego. Unorthodox and orthodox, there seems to be a thing going on for you this month. So be careful that we don't let us, I know everything. You could just take a small natural medicine and it'll suddenly clear up an issue. You don't know everything, try it. When it comes to our love, we do have lots of sexy, passionate times here. This is with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. Now, this looks like it could move really quickly. So if you meet someone new, you might find that you just spend all your time with them and suddenly you're in a relationship. If this is someone coming back into your life, things have just worked out right this time and it's going to be quick. Bearing in mind, this is a Mercury retrograde, so things might blow out cold at the end, but that's just a precaution to let you know that. So with your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels, Taurus, is... Okay, so there is abundance there when you need it. Like I said, with your money's fine. It's a yes, there's lots of money there. It's need when you need it, and also with your health as well. We can say there's abundance of support with the family, but again, orthodox, unorthodox treatment, orthodox, unorthodox way of moving forward. That is the sticking issue. We're going to reach those dreams. Like I said, fulfillment, bliss, feeling like you're getting to where you need to go. The Mercury retrogrades are going to hit the earth signs the most this year. And lastly, this is the psychic card. So you might have a dream before it happens. So for example, my daughter, yesterday she had a premonition and it happened before 11 o'clock last night. So, premonitions may be coming up to tell you what's going to happen next. So, Gemini. Communication, selling yourself, broadcasting, competition, putting your name out there, all of these things. You might be giving speeches, you might be making some small education or giving a lecture at something like that. It's also about clearing up old debts, so you might be wanting to get one loan for all and clearing it up that way. So with our money, we've got a victory card, so that's a yes there. So you beat the competition there at work and with our finances and with our study. Looking at this on a whole, let's just be careful that when we are making an arrangement with a partner who we are with, which is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that we are on the same agreement on what is what and who does what and what kind of responsibilities we have. Because if we're not sure about that, we're going to go back to the way that we were before. This is back and forth, Gemini, and we don't want to have to repeat what we've done before. We both have to be absolutely sure what the agreement is, what the title is, what it is before we start moving forward. When it comes to our home, we do have the Ace of Swords. Now, we could be looking to move in with someone, to buy a home, or to re-sign or get our own place. We've got to make sure that we know what the terms and conditions are, because it looks like there's two ways for us to go. One may have a longer term or a slightly higher, and one might be the opposite. You're going to have to look at this and decide which one really works better for you. Look at the pen and paper. From the outside, they'd say, oh, do that. No, for you, what works best for you? Because we don't want us to... Okay, so what our wages look like may not look the same in the next 6 months. Who we rely on may not be there in the next 6 months. Passive income, we might have to leave our passive income and go get another job, or passive income is a bit lower. Something to do with what we're relying on may or may not be there in the next 6 months. So we're looking to protect you, nobody else, just you. And also when it comes to our jobs, you might find that you put on less hours. You might find you put onto a different area. You might find that you're working more, so therefore you'll be at home less. So something to do with that you've got to look at. Also, when you're signing an agreement, putting words into actions, you've got to get that on the dotted line. Again, repeating myself, Mercury retrograde, nothing is going to be sure until the last week of September or the first week of October. Check it. Before the 10th of August, things will be okay. After that, double check it. Get someone that you trust to check it over as well, because there's likely to be mistakes, whether the numbers are around the wrong way, the dates are around the wrong way, what we thought that we agreed on is not quite what we thought it was. Something there will need to be looked at. When we look at our health, we do have the Page of Wands. Now, we're starting a new journey to be healthier. Now, I feel like this has got something to do with inflammation. So any organ in the body or any part of inflammation in the body, it looks like movement. It looks like minerals or springs. We have to go somewhere that you can soak in. There's a hot springs. Soak in those minerals and it will help with that. But there's movement must be made to take this inflammation away, to take this burning away. Also on this, you might find that an alternative or Eastern medication or treatment might be better for you. This is also about looking outside the square, looking out to the horizon on what else you can do to help yourself. So for example, I've got a home remedy from the Indian Asian community. Something small, take a teaspoon of it every day and it definitely helps. So looking at things like that for you. When it comes to your relationships, Gemini, we do have the Five of Swords. Now, first and foremost, if you have children, we might find that one is playing favourites with the other. We're not on the same page, and this is causing rifts in our relationship. If this is a long-term relationship, look, someone might have a secret behind your back and they're not telling you. Being quiet is the same as lying. So this is something that might come up, and it might be something that's happened before, they just haven't told you. So for example, I had a client last week who had stopped drinking, has been sneaking on the side a long time ago, back to sneaking drinks on the side. Wife caught him, had to come and stop the drinking or else. So it could be something like that, something that's happened before is crept back in. But whatever it is, there's a bit of mistrust there, and it's like your final chance. So just sort it out, or that's it for you. Okay, Gemini, some of you might be looking, if you own your own company, you might be competing for a contract this month. If you do get that big contract, it's going to set you up for the next 18 months to 2 years. Drawing virtue messages from the angels, Gemini, is message from a loved one that things will come back the way that they were. Now, this financially is new money or getting back to that stage of money that we wanted. If this is about love, then we can get back on track, or we will get a new one. And then we've got the angels that said, now that you've asked for help, the help is there. Just trust in the angels that they truly know what it is that you want. And be specific about what you want, because sometimes when you say what you want, you might just get it and then you regret that later in the past. So now we're going on to Cancer. Cancer, we're looking at your values all of this month. Your salary, people that you owe, people that owe you, and your internal value system. So morals, principles, insecurity, how you feel about yourself internally and how you feel about yourself in partnerships, love, or money, or even in friendships and family. So this month we're looking at that. You might find that there is a contract. There's a little bit of ego around that though. So maybe you wanted more, maybe you're not ready to sign, or you're not ready to sign over. Maybe you want to have a look and see what else is out there before you get to that signing class. Well, you've got starting off with the Star card, and we're ending with the Hanged Man. So interesting month for you, Cancer. So let's start with salary. The Star card is a major arcana card, and it's, as it says, it's the Star card. So you might find that you are being promoted this month. You might find that your face is out there for an ad this month, that you got new business cards, new website, new job, new role. All in terms of that with your salary. With that, you might find that you've got a dual position where you're able to do both of those at the same time, which makes it you have more money, but it definitely shows that you're the star of the show this month. And this is big because it's a major arcana card, so it's bigger than what you're already doing. So if you're looking for a job, it's higher and more pay than what you've had before. It also shows that you're in the right direction, and that for some of you, it is about that work home balance. You've finally got that under control. When it comes to home, we do have the Queen of Wands. So family, this is about supporting the person in our family, the woman in our family, a ruling going in our way. So yeah, well, let's go back to ruling. In terms of family ruling, The ruling will go in your favour, but we also have to look at the extenuating circumstances, so what's on the outside of that. So it might be things that we hadn't realised that were there until we get to the legal process. It might also be that it's that, but there's children, or there's other family that are outside that we didn't realise were going to be a part of it. So that's one. Two, this could be about a pregnancy addition to the family coming. And lastly, this is about having luck. So if you are where you are living, so if this is you with a flatmate or you on your own, where you are living is prime position, you like it. And there was a conversation, or there was, something that was saying that this might be over, you might have to look for somewhere else, or that you didn't get it, that kind of thing. You will. Okay, the black cat says it's all fine at the end of the day. It just needed to take a little bit longer. When it comes to your health, we do have the Four of Cups. Now, Cancer, you do know what is wrong with you. You do know the steps to make yourself better. You do know that you can sometimes be your own problem, and that is the problem this month. So it could be your attitude, it could be that you're stubborn, it could be that you've got an ego, it could be that you don't like people telling you what to do, but something to do with the way that you think is going to affect your body. And this person's stubborn, doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to make any movement, because I'm sitting here like this, just like this guy. There's help being offered to him, he just doesn't want it. So if that's you this month, fourth house is uterus, digestion, breast, stomach, and womb. Again, we're talking pregnancy. So if this is about pregnancy, you just don't want to hear it. You might be at the later stages of pregnancy where, you know what, if anyone talks to you, honestly, it's fair enough. Just use the F word. No one likes to be 8-9 months pregnant. It's like, you feel like a pressure cooker, so fair enough for you. But if you're not pregnant, listen, you know what's wrong, you know what's right for you. You've got to get off that now, and you've got to get back to being healthy, because things will reoccur. Like I said, from the 10th of August, round about to the end of September, things will come back, they will recur, that you will have to readjust things, so do that now. The Hanged Man in our relationships, look, this is a major arcana card, so we're waiting to find out what the answer is. The more that you are paranoid or overthink, the more you struggle to figure out what's going on, the more you struggle to get an answer, the more you struggle to push and pressure things, the worse it's going to be for you. So allow that time out. Allow that time to breathe, get yourself and your partner time to get your head wrapped around these sorts of things, because maybe a holiday is in order. Maybe we're not agreeing with that. Maybe a holiday will make things feel better, but definitely expanding waist here for some of you to do with pregnancy. So how can we help with that? Okay, so we need to take some time out. We need to be empathetic with ourselves and for other people. Communication, not talking to talk, but talking and listening will sort the situation out. And also being powerful. Don't allow yourself to be a doormat. But when it comes to the Hanged Man, it's about time. You just have to wait for the solution to appear. You've got to wait for this person to calm down. You've got to wait for word. Okay, now we're going on to Leo. Leo, it's all about you this month. Now, you might find that you're spending some money on what your outside appearance looks like. You might win something, Botox or, hair or, gym membership. Win something on what it is that you look like on the outside. You might find that you're highlighted and being center of attention a little bit this month as well. You may need to look after someone this month, Leo. And again, Mercury retrograde, I wouldn't say the first week of August through to the last week of September, things are going to go back and forth. So you won't know anything for sure until the end of September, first week of October, to be safe. So you might find that you are looking after someone, or someone is looking after you this month, and it's not something that you like to be in that position, especially if you are working and taking care of someone. It could be very difficult for you. We do have the Temperance card, Major Arcana card. This is about transitions. So first and foremost, if we are letting go of a habit, drinking, drugs, coming into work late, whatever, that transition to get into job, maybe you've been given one last chance, and that's why, work is there, independence is there. If it's coming in as work and looking after someone, there's that transition there. It could be I have now my kids are old enough, so I'm going to be able to have full-time employment. The situation I was in before allows me to work more, or I need to work less. Something there has got a change, and the transition from that is what is highlighted for you this month. It's also about tradies. For some of you might be needing to call some tradies in into the home. It's all going to work out well though. You might also find that for some of you, if it's a passive income and working from home, you might be incredibly busy for the first, say, 20 days of the month, and then things might get really, really quiet. You might get very flustered at the end of the month till about the 7th of September. For whatever reason, I feel like you're sitting there and there's just so many orders around you. There's just so much work around you, and it's just all plopped in, all in the same 5-day period, and you're like, what happened? Where'd this come from? It wasn't like this before. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what it's going to look like for you. When it comes to home and family, we've got the yes card, something to be proud about. Now, for some of you, you might have been buying a housewarming party, family coming to stay, something here to show off about, something here to have entertaining, and congratulations with those that you live with and those around you. If this is just you or you and a flatmate, you might find that you guys are having a street party, or that you're invited to a neighbour's place. But there is something to celebrate here this month for you, Leo. When it comes to your health, we have got the Ace of Swords. We're talking about our face, teeth, head, face, upper lip, upper jaw, cerebellum, and brain. So we're deciding which way we're going to go with that. Now, for some of you, it might be that we have to start this process now. We've got to wait 3 months, whatever time lapse, and then we've got to get the second lot there. We're looking at that, and then the other one is we get the whole lot done here, and then, carrying on to recover from there. Whatever it is that we're deciding on, it's going to cost money. Leo, and we haven't quite decided which way we want to go now. For some of you, this is going under the knife, figuring out what day it is. Again, I will stress that nothing is sure. Dates will change. So take that into consideration. Lastly, we're looking at our love. I got this card for another sign, so do look at your sun, moon, and rising for your complete prediction. This is about responsibility, Leo. Who's looking after who? Who's not looking after who? What's the responsibility that's being ignored? Who's siding with who in this month? Because it looks like there is a division there. Not being told everything is the same as lying. That's how some people see it. I see it that way, but maybe some people don't. So this month, it might be skirting on the edge of lying, skirting on the edge of unfaithful, skirting on the edge of some line. And this is where we have to stop and think, okay, well, what does our future look like? Is it the kids getting in between us? Is it work getting in between us? Is it our hobbies? What is here that is coming between us that is causing there to be untruths or not all the story coming out? Your adoring virtue messages from the angels, Leo, is message from a loved one who's passed away, letting you know that your children will be okay. Now, if you work with children, if this is a contract with children, then yes, you're going to get that. But other than that, letting you know that your children are loved. Take care of your children this month. One may need extra loving care. And also, this is about that loneliness that... So this is about the relationship, I feel. So this is about that loneliness. This is about that thinking. This is about feeling a bit moody, feeling a little bit low. And do remember that we've had eclipses as well. So you could be thinking about something that's happened before, and this is a sticking point now in our relationship. If you're single, then this is meeting someone who is an Aries, Libra, or Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. You might find that this person's a little bit boastful, a little bit arrogant, a little bit back and forth, and it's really up to you, can you be bothered or not. Now we're going to go on to Virgo. Virgo, it looks like you are moving. Things are changing for you. You're letting go of something that's been going on with you for a long time. Your karmic path for that cycle in your life is now finished, and you're moving on to the next chapter. For some of you, it's in regards to marriage and children. where there's going to be a legal separation or a final legality and ruling over what's what money is and who's who when it comes to the end of that. When it comes to projects, same thing. We're coming to the end of one, and now we're looking for finances to the next lot, or we're deciding if we're going to continue on this path, then we need to hurry up and find a contract. We need to hurry up and find the finances to go with that. Childhood might come up to be a bit of an issue. Maybe because we're leaving things behind, and it's about ego, and it's about how other people see you, and it's your life path and self-destructive habits. So when we look at that, which is what we're looking at all month, leaving behind, we're leaving things behind, and it might bring up childhood memories. It might bring up siblings, or even for a slight select few of you cousins as well. When it comes to study, career and finance, we've got the Hanged Man. There's nothing you can do but wait. I know it's stressful. Do understand, Virgo, that from say the 10th of August right through to the end of September, nothing is going to be absolute. There's going to be dates changed, pushed forward, pushed back. You might lose, or they might lose some paperwork. You might have to apply twice. There might be delay of money going into the bank. There might be delay of you paying someone else. There's going to be ups and downs all month, 6 weeks for you, and don't let that stress you out now, because this card's telling you it's going to be okay. You just have to wait. There is going to be, so if we turn it up the other way, we look at it from another angle, we'll take the pressure off and realize, okay, worst case scenario it's this, best case scenario it's that. Let's make sure, and Virgos love the list, so Virgos always have a second plan. So what do I need to get this done? I'm determined to get this done. I'm determined to get, so work, study, finance. I need the money. So I'm determined to have this. I've got a plan for A, B, and C, and to make sure that that's all you're looking at. There is a time thing though, and that's nothing you can do to change that. You're just going to have to be patient. When it comes to your home, we've got the Four of Cups. Now, you may not get the home you want. You may not get much family support. You may find that at home is being difficult at the moment. Maybe you're dealing with a reckless person who, this is family living in one house, family members itself, or you living with a flatmate. Someone might be a little bit reckless, someone might be needing more attention, someone might be a bit snippy this month and taking it out on you, or maybe it's you. Maybe you're feeling like things aren't going well just because of the stress of finances. You're not, finding much help around the home itself. There's an issue there where you're just not feeling the love. If you're on your own and it's, landlord, you might find that one of the neighbours is annoying you. You might find that the landlord suddenly wants to put the rent up, or move out. And it's like, okay, well, this is very quick. I don't have enough time, so stressing you out with that. When it comes to your health, we do have the Three of Swords. Now, the 3 is vocal cords, speech, fingers, arms, hands, shoulders, lungs, and nervous system. Now, you might find that a virus will attack, and this will last between 5 and 7 days. And when it does, you might find that you have the chills up and down, but you also have tingling, sore muscles, but you might find that you've got tingling pins and needles that come and go up the legs and up the spine for that. Also, for some of you, you might find that your chest is incredibly congested and or congestion or swelling up through there as well. A little bit of money. You might have had this problem before and spent money on it and it went away, and it's coming back now. So a little bit of money on that can sort that out. As far as the rest is concerned, though, this is something that's you're just going to have to live through it this month. It will go on for between 5 and 7 days if it's a virus. If it's the other, you might have to it could go on for 10 days. So you might need to make like this tingling, and there's obviously no sickness going there. You might have to go and see a specialist about that. When it comes to love, we do have the King of Pentacles. Now, be careful that you are not being you or the other. In fact, this is an earth sign, so all earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. that there's no manipulation or power struggles going on. It can't be my rules or the highway, my way or the highway. You've got to both be part of a relationship. Now, some people like to be led around, but a lot of people don't. So this month, it's about that, finding that equal balance that both of us can be happy with. You know, someone likes to be doing it, okay, that's fine, but not in everything. Those of you that are single, you'll find that you meet someone who could be military or wear, you know, a uniform of some sort, or even work for government this month. Very charismatic and flashy with his money as well. During virtue messages from the angels, Virgo, is so definitely moving house or additions and changes coming to the house. Archangel Raphael's here with you to sort out whatever that physical issue is. And Athena says you're powerful, you can handle it, you know what to do, you are a Virgo. A, B, and C. Put a D in this month as well, just because of Mercury retrograde. You always plan for the worst. You always have extra plans. Don't make any difference this month. Add an extra one in. Now we're going on to Libra. Libra, it's all the social for you this month. That's where you're going to find the most help for you. That's what you're going to find you're spending most of your time on. So this is social media. This is friends. This is work. This is speeches. This is social climbing. This is going up the corporate ladder or, you know, professional ladder, where that is. Now you might find that home duties or home family members might be affecting this in some way, taking your attention away from this in some way. And for others, it might find that looking after someone might also, so if you suddenly now are having to look after someone else as well as working, or you're working from home now, either way, the internet is going to help you get much more broader audience or broader horizon than you would. So using that internet to help you with that. You might also find that suddenly having to take care of someone at home, that social media, you might be able to GoFundMe if someone needs an operation, or that you might find a team on social media, or even, you know, if this person's stuck at home, getting them onto the internet so they've got company, you know, that kind of thing as well. When it comes to your finances, we've got the King of Cups. You've got someone here that is happy to listen, happy to give you some information. It could even be an online course or even being a mentor for you. Those of you that are worried about what is coming next, you're going to get some news about something coming in shortly, and that will really take the pressure off you. But do remember, dates will change. So I'm not saying it's going to disappear. I'm saying that the dates could be pushed forward, they could be pushed back. It may not start for a month. The terms might change, the people might change. Just anywhere between the 10th of August right through to the end of September, nothing is completely solid. But this person is caring and empathetic to your cause. This boss, this bank, whoever it is that you work with, you know, it could be a professor. When it comes to your home, you've got the Major Arcana card, the Sun card, Libra. So this is great. Now this is finding out that we're pregnant, or buying a home, or or a big shift. So we might be, you know, moving for our job or moving in with our partner. It's a big step for us, but it's a Major Arcana card, so this is great. Big growth, big shift, there's freedom there. So the financial thing might be, you know, I need to remortgage, I need to get the loan. And so this person that I was talking about before is empathetic and is understanding. So if it's about that, then you've got that freedom, you've got what you needed to get that house. But whichever way it is, at home, you've got some freedom, you've got a big shift, you've got some happy news there. With your health, it's slow movement. Now you might find that it's got something to do with mentality here that is taking a little bit longer to recover from wherever this emotional thing has come from. If this is physicality, the 6th house is solar plexus, midriff, bowels, colon, intestines, and abdomen. Okay, so we might find that there's a blockage there. Things are moving very slowly in that area. Now, with having swords there, we may need a procedure. We might have some pain there, all of those things in regards to that. Now, when it comes to love, I got this card in that place for another sign. So sun, moon, and rising. Check all three for your full prediction. This is about meeting a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. This person could be outside the criteria of what you normally date. This person could be a foreign ethnicity than you. This person, passion goes on very quickly, and if this is just a weekend passion that you're happy with, that's fine, that's what that will be. If this is meeting someone new, you might find that you're in a relationship very, very quickly. Maybe if you're a partnership that's been away for a while, if you've been away for a while, or something this month, because again, we're looking over things that we've done before in the past. Suddenly this month, it's all sex and passion and love and all those sorts of things as well. But there's definitely sex and passion there if you want that. Good times. A lot of attention as well, Libra, if you need that. Okay, definitely a move or in addition to the family here. So that definitely goes with that sun card. Repeat, repeat, repeat. The Archangel physical card goes with this one as well. Slow movement. He's there with you all of this month to help you with that. And lastly, Athena. Athena says to you, listen, trust your instinct. You are powerful. Put your name behind it. Believe it. Expect it. Manifest it. And it will happen. Okay, so now we're going to go on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you are looking at your career and or institutions all of this month, and you may not like to ask. So if someone owes you money, you may not like to remind them that they owe you money. Maybe you gave up about asking them for money. In some way, that will be coming back to you. Now, it could come from 8 months ago. It could come from a year ago. It could come from a month ago, wherever it comes from. It is Mercury retrograde. Let's say from the 10th of August through to the end of September, things will be going back and forth, the miscommunication, missed emails, you or them, stop, starts, reversals, pushing forward, pushed it back, all those kinds of things. So in terms of money collected, you might find that someone owes you money and you weren't expecting it. Maybe you need to ask for it back, which you don't like to do, but that's there. Okay, so a sport and or our children might be standing in the way of us pursuing our career. Maybe it's because of times, maybe it's because of ages. Yeah, and that would make sense. We've got the Five of Pentacles here. So we might be having difficulty going to work because we have these other things that we have to do. So, for example, left of field. Say someone plays rugby league on the weekend, broke their leg, and now can't go to work for a week. Say someone's got a child and the child's ill, so we can only work from home or we have to take the week off. So it's that kind of thing, hobby and or children that interfere with our work. This card here is saying that money is slow this month. We might be feeling very low at work this month. We might be feeling like we're being shut out from the crowd or the group this month. We might find that, and this is in work, study, or money. We might, if it's money, then we're feeling the pinch this month. We don't really feel like we've got anyone we could ask. That's why we have to go and ask the people that owe us money. And I know you don't like it, just do it. But money is coming back anyway. And it's feeling like you don't have anyone to depend on. When we come to home, we've got the Queen of Swords. There is a ruling in your favour, whichever way it works for the home. So this might be just about the family or the residence in which you live in. So we might find that going home to mum and getting her to babysit allows you to go to work. Maybe it is financially I have nobody else to help me and I'm carrying that burden alone. But whatever it is, it goes into your favour. There's one message from family that will help you feel happy again, that will give you some hope, that will give you that bridge that you need just to get from here to here so that you can breathe, so that you can relax, so that you can just stop and concentrate and work from plan B on. And don't forget, things are going to be stop, start. So maybe you were told contract starts on the 21st, but then you get an email that says it's pushed out to the 28th. So now you've got 7 days in between that you are going to be sure of. Maybe a family member or a close friend says to you, I will cover that for you. So That's a silly example of what it could be. When it comes to your health, you do have the Hermit card. This is a specialist card looking deeper into ninth house, which is sciatica, liver, hips, and thighs, Scorpio. Now, for some of you, this is about childbearing. So if this is a female, it might be the hips, it might be the sciatic nerve, something in that area that is causing you this issue. Okay, Scorpio, if it's that area, sciatica, liver, hips and thighs, and you need to see a specialist and you're worried about telling your boss because you're afraid, you feel like you're out of the group at work, it's going to be fine. It will be, yes, but don't approach it yet until you have a dead-on date, because it's going to be pushed forward, pushed back, dates are going to change. There's no use stressing yourself out about having this conversation. It's going to be yes, and it's going to be fine. Trust that. Know that it's going to be fine. There's just going to be little bits of delays there. Now, if this is about you and your landlord or you and a flatmate, it looks like we will come together on an agreement on what it is. Now, if it's about extra money that we have to pay, we'll find that there is a way that we can get around that, or that we will be able to have that there available, afford it. So going back to the Hermit card about specialists. So seeing the specialist, you might find that they'll say, hang on a second, I've got this idea, let's try this first. Or they've picked up something in your medical file that someone else hasn't picked up on. So maybe there was a result there and the doctor missed that, whether it be an ultrasound, an x-ray, MRI, or a blood test. It was lost. Someone just didn't see it. So that will highlight and help. When it comes to love, we might be bickering all month, Scorpio. And I feel like if we have children, we're bickering over the kids. If it's about friends and or hobbies, if you spend more time with them than you do with me. If you're single, you'll find that you'll meet someone at a sports club or a social gathering, or something to do with that. Fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, Scorpio. Okay, during virtue messages from the angel, Scorpio, is again, if this is about operation and needing help, you might need to talk to family to get some advice on them about how to approach this. But do have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Mercury retrograde, you want to make sure you've got yourself some options. Okay, Ariel says that your psychic self may come into play here, and you think that that could really work, or I wonder if that could happen, it could make things better. Whatever it is, think it, see it, and it will happen. I might scare you this month. Andrea says, we know, we can hear you, we know that you need help, and we are going to help you. And Rochelle says, listen, you have the experience, you have what it takes. You're actually really important in your place of work. It's your own insecurity that makes you feel like you're outside. It's your own way of approaching people that they may push you away. Or maybe other than that, it's about you making a change. So maybe you change jobs. Maybe you work a different shift. So if you've got someone that you work with that really, really is hard to get on with, work a different route, work a different shift, work in a different building. Okay, now we're going to go on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you're looking at travel, teaching, learning, the psychological, all of this month, psychological and religious, all of this month. Now, you might find that you're going over your hereditary younger years through therapy this month. You might find that that is where insecurities or any self-destructive habits lay. That's for some of you. For others, you might find that you are working through your psychological things that you had when you were growing up. That helps you to be able to, you're learning something that will help you to be able to earn money by doing that. For others, this is about traveling home. It's about traveling home with you and or your partner. Okay, so with our career, study and finance, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we're learning something different this month. So we've done well at work. We're looking at our achievements. We look at how far we've come. We're counting our pennies, and we're looking at our life, what we wanted before, what we have now. You know, where did I think I was going to be? And this is a time where you're actually adding things up and looking at the bigger picture and thinking to yourself, well, did I want to go in a different direction? Do I want to go up? Do I want to go into a completely different genre of earning money? What do I want to do next? Now, if this is university, maybe I want to do another major or change. Or finances, maybe we're looking at what kind of savings I've got and where do I want to put my money next to expand that. But there is going to be some sort of, or you're teaching to others from home online. So whichever in regards that is, that's that happening there. Hard work is paying off. When we come to home, we've got the Sun card. Now, I got this card for another sign in exactly the same spot. So do watch your Sun, your Moon, your Rising for your complete free prediction. The Sun card is a major freedom, major movement, major growth within the family. So maybe you've been able to save enough money and get that loan to be able to buy a house. Maybe you've been able to save enough money to move out into your own. So you as a family, you as a couple, you on your own. But whatever it is, it gives you freedom this month. Now, if this is about children, for a small select few of you, this is how it will go. So a small select few of you, you find out that you're pregnant and then you may lose that, or that there is a issue around that which puts it in doubt or puts it down to a troubled pregnancy. For others, we get pregnant, we might be nearly due for that, or that we have to take things slow with that. If this is about a new house, then this is about, this is a big shift, but this is about we're putting all of our eggs in one basket and we're inviting everyone in to have a look. But again, psychologically, this is a big move for some of you because maybe you're the first person in the family to ever own a house. Maybe you're the first person who's ever gotten to this point in our career. This is the first here for some of you. When it comes to your health, we do have the Six of Swords. So there is some slowness going on. The sixth is solar plexus, midriff, bowels, colon, intestines, and abdomen. So you might find that there's a procedure there. You might find that there's some pins and needles or, sharpness going on there. But it is slow recovery, slow movements for the recovery. So maybe you won't need a procedure. Maybe this is about slow movements for the recovery. Or you do have a procedure, and again, there's slow movements to get there. I'm just going to light this up. We're on Sagittarius at the moment. We want this working for everybody, don't we? Okay, train of thought. So I want to say there's been a major shift, or there has been a clearance of some sort within the family. And where our insecurity comes from, that negative side of our insecurity comes from where we grew up and how we handled that. Now, psychologically, we might be going through that and changing that and finding freedom in that, or that we are working through that in a religious way, or we've gone on our travels and through that we've found ourselves feeling better about that. Back to our health, whatever this is, it's slow movement. It's not going to be fast. When I come to our love, we've met someone that we're going to go public with. So if we've been seeing someone for a while, then this is we're a couple and we're going public. If we've been a couple for a long time, we're getting engaged and we're telling people we're having a baby, we're telling people that kind of thing. If it's new, this man or female, upright citizen, this person is a winner, it's quite a catch, and we're going public. You might meet them at a forum, you might meet them around some sort of a stage, Sagittarius, but this is a yes card, so it's good for you. Drawing virtue messages from the angels, Sagittarius, is home is safe, so that's great to go with that Sun card. Talking and communicating, like I said, there might be some teaching, there may be some learning, even if you're working from home, being on the forum, learning and or teaching. And this is Akasha. Again, this is religion. This is psychological. That's working through the mind, working through the unconscious, the subconscious, to be able to remove any habits, fears, phobias that we've collected up from growing up in the home situation that we had. Let's look at Capricorn. Capricorn, we're looking at the other in our life. First and foremost, the other that we are dependent on. Now, this might be passive income for you. This may be a job. Be careful that we are, when we talk about ourselves when it comes to this, that we're not hiding behind someone, or that we're not letting our ego get in the way of finishing that or being a part of that. There is going to be some stiff competition, but it looks like there's going to be some wins there for you as well. Okay, so with our study, career and finance, we've got the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is saying that for some of you, you are going to need to rely on people this month, because the money might be a bit tight, slow money coming in. So if you work, you might find that there's lockdowns, or don't forget Mercury retrograde. So from the 10th of August right through to the end of September, there's going to be slowdowns, stop stands, reversals, dates pushed forward, dates pushed back, sudden changes, miscommunication, delays, all those sorts of things. So if there's a delay, if there's a shortage, if you're working from home, if there's a lockdown, things are going to be slow. Money's going to be slow. You are going to have it. It's just going to be very slow. You might have to borrow from somebody else. You might have to work extra from home. Again, if you're passive income, again, it's going to be a slow month for you. This is also about starting again. So you might find that somewhere along the line, something didn't work exactly the way that you wanted it to. But now that you're going at a different pace, you're really starting to see the change now. And that's what you need, at a slower pace. When we get to home, we've got the Sun card. This is the third or the fourth time I've had this card in this position. So do check your Sun, Moon and Rising for your full free prediction. The Sun card is about buying a house, moving into your own house, pregnancy, something wonderful giving you a big shift, a big grow in life, a big moment in life, and freedom. So you might find that slowly, or just got the money to buy a house, or it's taken a lot of money to get pregnant. But there's something, that's a major arcana card. So something wonderful to show off, to celebrate with the family this month. Capricorn. Communication as well. You might find that you're spending time on the internet, maybe not just for yourself, maybe you're spending a lot of time on the internet for another family member, helping them out, teaching them something, or helping them grow or learn something that they can't do on their own, and so you're helping out with that. But anyway, Sun card, major arcana card, freedom, growth, pregnancy, a big shift here, and just what you've put into your home is really starting to show. When we come to our house, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Now, straight away, I want to say ovaries, uterus kind of position. I feel like there's been some stabbing pain there. I feel like for some of you, if it is that, it could be endometriosis, it could be polycystic ovaries, it could be just that area is always got inflammation. But if we're going with that story, then I want to say something's been done before and it needs another one, or it's already been done twice and now it's happening again. So we may have to go back and look into that again. It could be that you've had a really long stretch since that's happened, because again, Mercury retrograde can be from a month ago, it can be from a year ago, it can even be from 2008. So a lot of 2008 stuff is coming back this year and repeating itself. All the people around that time are coming back again. Seventh house is ovaries, lower back, kidneys, veins, and buttocks. So you might find that you might need a procedure. For some of you, it could be, I'm sure I've seen it sometime, that they inject something into the vein to do something. That could happen too this month. And lastly, stop cheating yourself. So, I'm having a really, really, really good run on the with my health, and so this weekend I fell off the wagon and I ate too much, or I drank too much, or I didn't sleep or whatever. So just be careful you're not doing yourself over this month. Okay, when it comes to love, Two of Swords. This is choosing between two. Now, this could be one person that we're dealing with, which is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, and we're deciding, do we want to continue in this relationship? You've got slightly ruffled water behind, but we don't know. Our eyes are covered and we're covering our chest. So this is going to hurt with the separation. This is going to hurt, and we're not quite sure how the other will take it. We're not quite sure if we know all the information. And it's also an insecurity thing as well. Are you hurt because of your own insecurity? Have they made you feel insecure? What is it here that is making you feel this way, Capricorn? For others, this is about choosing between two people. Now, you will make the right decision based on your own instinct. Capricorn, this month you're quite psychic, so you might find that 2 or 3 times this month that you have a dream or a premonition, and then it happens. So it might also have something to do with that. If it's just between the one, it's either your insecurity or their insecurity, or you can't see where this is leading. For those that are young and single, this could be Tinder. I've got 2 to decide from. Don't really know which one I'm going to go with. So that's for that. Drawing virtue messages from the angels, Capricorn, is... You might find for some of you that you're talking to someone new in your life. There's a lot of communication online, single people, a lot of communication back and forth, computer, Snapchat, Tinder, your phone, what else? Okay, so you're going to win it at the end. Ignore the gossip. Don't let anyone bring the poo-poo on your parade. You're going to be fine. And anyway, you're going to win at the end anyway. Caressa says that you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. So if we're deciding between two, or if we're deciding that maybe we'll want to leave this relationship, that's there for you. Isaiah, again, we're looking at pregnancy for this. Now, if either of those and pregnancy has got nothing to do with you, then this is, I have all the support that I need behind me to finish this cycle, or I've got all the support I need to start this cycle. And lastly, Layla. Layla says, sit out in nature, sit out on your own, quiet your mind, maybe some meditation, and just think about yourself. Have some quiet time. Just let the world be noisy somewhere else and just be nice and quiet for you. Okay, now we're going on to Aquarius. I don't know why, but I wrote Pisces down before Aquarius today. Don't know what that's about. All right, so we're looking at partnerships, love and money. This month we're looking at legalities and documents. Now, for some of you, you're signing documents to do with money. Now, whether this is a salary or this is to do with a loan, we're signing money for that. For others, we're coming to the end of something and we have to re-sign again with somebody else. Now, our own self-defeating habits, our own ego, our own karmic path is all coming to an end now. And be careful not to let any of that linger. It will naturally disappear out of your body by itself. And you're going to start to feel different as time goes. Again, between the 10th of August right through to the end of September, nothing is going to be solid. Dates will be pushed forward, pushed back, times, the number might change, the people might change. You might get a yes, you might get a no, and then get a yes again. Nothing's going to be solid till the end of that. But definitely there is an end of the internal ego struggle and the internal karmic path that we have, and it's now starting to dissipate and disappear. And you might find that you're ready now to have a full-on relationship with another person, especially if it's been a long time. And through this month, if I was going to say you haven't had a partner in a while, I would say closer to the 24th to the 28th of September is where you're really going to either meet someone or things are going to start to become a bit more real for that as well. Okay, so with our study, career and finance, we do have the 5 of Pentacles. So we're feeling alone at work. We're feeling a bit cash strapped this month. We're feeling locked outside the groups. Maybe we feel like other people, you know, don't like us or don't work with us. Maybe you feel like you're working and you don't have enough funds. They want you to get all this done, but they're not giving you any funds to get it done. So we're feeling this month, especially if it's a project, or you know, there could be some bullying going on, but you feel like you're left stranded carrying the baby and there's not enough money to get it done. You might also be addled with someone this month, an intern, or they don't know where to put this person, and you're stuck with them, then doing nothing. They're just basically hanging along, you know, a great big huge lump of nothing. They're just not helping. At home, we've got something to celebrate. It could be, oh, and in our house, we've got a wish card as well, so that's good. So we've got something to celebrate at home this month. Could be birthday, could be that you've won something, it could be that you finally retired for some of you. Winning, so again, we're talking about legalities, getting that job, getting that yes. So again, with our study, career and finance, we might find that we've graduated and now we can sign up for the other, or we're finally finished. Now, if this is just flatmates and it's just you and the neighborhood, you might find that you meet someone out and find that they live in the neighborhood or live very, very close by. In our health, we have got the 10 of Cups. Now, this is in reverse, so I'm going to say for you to get that dream health, you're going to have to get more fluid in, and you're going to have to get moving, because for whatever reason this month, I feel like there is a build-up. There could be some swelling going on, sciatic, liver, hips, and thighs. That's come up for a lot of people, so do watch your sun, moon, and rising for your complete free prediction. So I feel like there's a little bit of fluid or build up in that area, and that's the only downfall to your health this month. When it comes to your love, we're walking away from what used to hurt us, and we're walking into a new path, like I said, between the 24th and the 28th. If I was going to give an exact date, that's the date I would, for people that are long-term single. Those of you in a relationship, you might find that you're walking away and you're celebrating. It could be that you're walking away with no money. But a lot of people, this is about putting that past behind us. Now, this is a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign that you are walking away from. During virtue messages from the angels, so this is the marriage card. Again, like I said, we're dealing with legalities, love, partnerships, love, or work, and any kind of legal documents. Now, this card also symbolizes that as well. So let's negotiate. Don't forget, stop, starts, U-turns, reversals, you know, things going missing in email and post and, you know, all that kind of thing. Certify everything. That's what that is this month. Yvonne says that you might have to spend some money this month on one of your pets. Also being empathetic to the people around you and yourself. Maya says that you might have to go and see a specialist or look into the finer details. That might have something to do with this card. Also, for some of you Aquarians, look it up. Don't get too excited. This guy could just be a liar, or girl. This person could just be a liar, tempting fruit. But just make sure that, you know, take a little bit of time. This person, if you just, you know, look it up a little bit, you might find, saved 6 months of my life crying over this person. But yeah, so we're looking at the final details. We're getting someone to audit something. We're looking at the details, spending some time online, looking at that. And for our family, smoother roads ahead. This is specifically family and specifically children as well. About a smoother road ahead for all of us. Okay, it's getting dark, but this is our last one, which is Pisces. Pisces, you're looking at your day, all day, every day for the month of August. Now, don't forget, things will stop, start, U-turn, reversal. The dates will be pushed forward, pushed back. Things will be cancelled. Things will be suddenly back on. Things are going to change, and nothing's going to be simple or straightforward to the close to the end of September for you. I can't see what I wrote now. Okay, so for some of you, you're starting fresh. You're starting at the bare bones, the bare basics. And some of you, I've only got this to offer. I've only got me to offer, you know. What more can I do, you know? And you might find that someone says, actually, do you know what? You're exactly what I need to start this off. You're exactly what I need to run this. Because it's all about what your day looks like. So you might find that you're no longer looking after somebody else, and now you can go back to full-time work. You might find that you're working from home online. You might find that this month that you are the lead person to run a conference or a symposium or lecture or something online or for work. So the 11th house is social climbing, it's groups, it's social media, groups, organisations, all those sorts of things. So you might be the leading person or attending that and you're the first, whatever. With our study, career and finance, we've got the Ace of Cups here. So divine blessing. This is a 1, just like that's a 1 as well. And we're starting from 1. So we might be starting something brand new. Our online presence will help us get further than we think. And it also helps with some of that ego and some of that ego that makes us think that we don't need to learn things. You might find that you actually do learn it and then go, oh, I won't learn everything all at once. I've learnt my lesson, though. I can actually learn more. That's the feeling I'm getting with that. But this is about new opportunities. This is about making it official. Maybe you finished your internship or your period before it becomes your trial period. Maybe you finally got the job that you've been looking for. Maybe you got the money that you were looking for. Maybe, whatever it is, maybe they give you a new title, something that they give you. It's divinely given to you and it's really emotional. It makes you feel really loved and really appreciated and that you've done a good job. When it comes to home, we do have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, if you are looking after someone, you might have people coming into the home to help. On the other side of that, you might be paying people, tradespeople, to come in and do some work. The 3rd house is saying, I'm looking and auditing what I'm spending around me. I've got someone coming in, checking things over for whatever reason. Us and the family, we're going to start doing some counselling, or we're going to get trained in some way together. If you live on your own, then we might be having a, so when I say living on your own in an apartment of some sort, we're having a complex meeting, meeting with neighbours. Because it's a get-together around where you are. But it could be something like, I don't know about around the world, but if you live in an apartment here, there's a complex tax, which covers, you know, elevators, cleaning, lawns, all that kind of thing. So you might find that there's a meeting about that. With our health, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, good health there. You might get something given to you for free, so gym membership, free, you know, Botox, free hair, free clothes, something given to you this month that's free, that makes you feel good about yourself. It's also about starting a new journey. So you might be putting some money out. So for those of you that want to lose weight this month, you're putting money in there and going, right, this is it, and you mean it. But you might find that the first 8 weeks or so, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's Mercury retrograde. Don't blame yourself, but try and stick to it. Putting money out for this area of our body as well. When it comes to love, we do have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, manipulation, narcissism here. Someone feels trapped inside their thoughts. Someone feels trapped inside this small sphere. And their eyes are covered and their arms are bound as well. And there's the outside world and they're in their own grief. So if this is you, then you are trapped inside this, being manipulated by a narcissist, and you can't quite see your way out. You feel like you've got no way to get yourself out, or that there's anything that you can do, and so you're just in your own misery, being locked out. Now, for some of you, this is of your own thinking. Paranoia, victimhood, it's your own thinking, or you're doing it to them. For those of you that are single, it's grief of some sort, or loss, or being really hurt from the past, and only just now, for whatever reason, are realizing it and having to work through that to be able to move forward. Adoring virtue, messages from the angels, Pisces, is, gosh, it got dark quick, didn't it? Okie dokie, we have Sonia, someone on the other side, loved one from the other side, telling us that they're going to show us in our dreams, what the future is or what the answer is, or helping if it's like this one that was just saying something from before, letting you know that it's okay now, giving you that finalization and that dream or that premonition for it to be fine now. But psychic premonitions this month, psychic dreams this month, trust your gut this month. And lastly, Oceana. Oceana is about trust. It's about coming up for fresh air past that which we fear. This is the Sharky. So we're coming up for fresh air past that which we fear. So if it's just your fear that you need to get past, then that's what's going to be this month. If it's dead weight, so pushing all that family, cultural, financial, all of that to side to be able to breathe yourself. So maybe it's a lot of things and you need your own time, you need time by yourself for all the noise to go away so that you can have a breath on your own. Can signify that for some of you. So be kind to you and those you love. From Jedi Say Jack, may the force be with you. Sorry I didn't do last month's videos. I was just too sick to do them. Lots of love. Bye.